We are live.
What's up?
Good morning.
Good morning. Special early edition of Monday Cinema
Club. My
Welcome.
name is...
What's your name?
What's your
Mine's
name?
Dante Bosco.
Your name is Dante Bosco?
Yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Alice Rahmatullah for Chinese fans. 大家好，欢迎来到我们的电影俱乐部。For my Uyghur fans, Yaxshim Slabs'ın kino klubumuza kendine karşılamız Minal İsmim, Alice or Bahargil.
Yes.
For everybody, what's up, y'all?
up?
Good morning.
For my Fire
Welcome
Nation
to
fans.
Monday Cinema.
Fire Nation forever.
What did
Okay.
I just say? Monday Cinema Club. Yes.
So you guys, this is Monday Cinema Club. Shout out everybody who's here. Echo, bro, what's going down?
What's
I am Davey
up?
247. Hello. What's up to your girlfriend Catherine too? No love 56. No love. What's up?
Baby, you literally... Baby.
Miss
Dante,
Lord
you
Author.
literally pushed me on the corner. Look.
No, I'm just saying. I'm trying
You
to
said-
read.
You literally, this guy put my chair in like
I didn't,
this
I'm
outside
here.
the camera, and
Can
then
you get into the camera?
how am I getting to
Oh
it?
my
My chair
goodness.
is like all over the place. Oh my god, this guy is.
Are you okay?
So screw. Just kidding.
Oh my god. Yo, it's Texas in class. What's up? Hey yo,
Hi.
what's up? Forever Units, what's poppin'? So what's going on? We're here for you guys don't know that this is called
Monday Cinema
Cinema
Club.
Look at
It's
someone
just
here
like
from Turkey. Say something to people from Turkey real quick.
Hi, merhaba.
See, she got some turkey in her. Check it out. This is Monday Cinema Club, and for people that don't know or haven't tuned in this before, we usually do this at 3 p.m. It's called Monday Cinema Club. We watch a movie every week, and we discuss it with you guys, and people watch it with us, and it's kind of like a book club, but it's just a weekly movie club. We're both
Yep.
filmmakers, actors, directors, producers, and we've just been watching movies to really get us to inspired.
Basically, it's just like having fun and then interact with our fans
Right.
and movie lovers. Just
Jill,
like
and shout out to Jill and Masara. I know you're out in Ireland, so hopefully you watch this movie. I know we're coming in early for you guys. We usually do this at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Interrupt.
But today we're doing it at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time because
this guy has something to do.
I have work. And people asked
so-
about it. The podcast is coming out for Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it'll be coming out June 22nd. So I'm doing press all of today. And so I'll be...
Nice.
Yes, so I'll be so I'd be missing our thing. But...
No, we're doing early.
So we're doing it early.
Okay.
So let's just get into it, and hopefully there's some people around that have seen it. We could talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
If not, people can always leave comments later on after the video posted, discuss the movie furthermore.
Yeah.
But this film is called
Sing Street.
Sing Street. Sing
Street. It's a musical romance film directed by John Carney.
Yes, John Carney has done
And-
other musical films that people might know, like Once, which is a big, amazing film that people love. Became a musical also. And Begin Again, which I watched recently, was really good. And then this film, Sing Street.
And they won Golden Globe Award for Best Motion Picture. Musical. And Best European Film Festival, one of them, and David D.
A bunch of awards.
Just a bunch of awards, etc.
I mean,
and this film
very
made-
celebrated film.
This film made it in 2015.
14.
released in
16. Oh, yeah, you're right.
15 and released it on 2016. Are you like not trusting my information?
I thought read somewhere it was 2014.
No. Anyways. Well, do you wanna who's in it? Do you wanna say cast names?
No,
I don't
yeah.
wanna
Ferdia
mispronounce their
Walsh
names.
Pelos plays Cosmo. The main character, Lucy Boynton, plays Rafina. Jack Rayner plays the brother, Brendan. Amons plays Mark McKenna. Amons like one of the band members, the partner songwriter, and then of course Aidan Gillian from Game of Thrones. Littlefinger's in there.
Littlefinger's in there.
Maria Doyle Kennedy plays Penny, who's also a great Irish actress. I've seen so many things, so many different series. So it's good to see her in this film. Great cast, a lot of. I mean, the kids were amazing. The band, the music was amazing. You want to go into it? You go first.
Sure.
I know Avatar Girl. It's usually at 3 p.m., but we have to go earlier because of. I have some work today to
Dante
do.
has work to do
For the
at
podcast,
3
for the
p.m.
Avatar podcast.
So, there's Sing Street. They said it's a musical, but actually it's kind of like a romance drama. And basically the plot of the film, it's very simple. A high school kid who's living in a miserable life, the parents is not in a healthy relationship, and then they're like very poor background, but I'm going to the aggressive Catholic school. It's not very healthy school. And this kid who's falling in love with a pretty girl, not from the school, but I don't know, it's orphan girl, fall in love with this girl, and then he just came up with this idea of, oh, I'm in the band, so are you model? Then do you want to be my actress in my music video? And that's how the entire movie starts. His goal is now he needs to go to impress this girl because he has a new agenda, which is he has to get this girl. He has to get in calling. First off, he has to get her a phone number. So that's the cutest excuse I have ever heard. And how they get it, this girl. And then now he has a new journey of making this music, making this music video, and then just music tape. That's the whole movie, the concept. It's very, very simple. Every person in the rest of the world can relate it on. And sweet, a high school movie. Basically, that's how his journey started. And now during this, the first of his journey, he doesn't want to be a musician. He's just like curious about his life, and he fall in love with this woman, the girl, and then now try to impress her at the same token. And he was like, oh, I have this talent, it's fun, let's do it, let's do it more. And then his journey begins as a musician, and it's so cute, so simple, and romantic, cute. That's how the artist's born, a new star born.
I think. Did you like the movie?
Well, didn't I say I love the movie?
You love the movie?
Yeah, I love
your
the
favorite?
movie.
Okay, well, can I talk about the movie now?
Yeah, of course. Why are you asking permission? Like,
no, I'm just trying to think about what I want to say about the movie. But what did you? Well, I mean, I love.
I feel like you're questioning me. Like, what did you learn about this movie? I learned about this movie. If you want to be an artist, so you should watch this movie. How the artist is born, how the new star is born. So you just have to do it. Right. Just do it.
I agree. I totally agree with you, 100%.
Yeah.
I love this movie too. I mean, it's after I watched it a few years ago, it kind of became one of my favorite films. Very charming film, but also. It's so simple, like you said. It's a very simple film, but it's also for you guys out there that want to be artists. Like, this is kind of like, if you watch this film, this is the blueprint of how to do it. I mean, the simplicity, not the magic around it. It's just like the simplicity around it. Mm-hmm. A lot of times it comes about trying to impress, a girl or a guy or something, and then kind of tapping into,
or impress their family,
or impress your family,
try to get them anything.
But then the connection, having a mentor like his brother, feeding him ideas and things that inspire him, make him think differently, listen to different music. The girl he's trying to impress, making him dress different, making him think of himself differently. Mm-hmm. What does he want to say to the world? Writing poetry, writing music, then putting together a group of like-minded individuals, which becomes your band. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden having collaborators to write things with, to be inspired, to inspire each other by. You're both being inspired by what you guys are doing. There's good things everyone's bringing to the room. And then going out and getting other people in the neighborhood to join your idea, to make your idea not sound as ridiculous. I mean, there's so much poetry in the movie, and so much, I grew up with a lot of brothers, and so we would stay up all night talking about these kind of ideas and these kind of things, and about girls, of course, about trying to impress girls and get the love of girls, and by making art, by making music.
It's like beautiful dialogue. It's just like he said it, like, how do you describe her? Like, his brother is like interested in like curiosity, like what kind of girl she is, and he said, I just want to cry when I look at her.
Yeah, it just has that. I mean, it's teenager, but it's also real. Like that's
real
as artists,
human emotion.
As artists, we are vulnerable to all these ideas throughout life, because that's kind of what it's all about. Like trying to uncover these feelings and these ideas, and so they really. The director and the writers and the music really captured a lot of this stuff in the film, and it was really beautiful to see. And then, of course, I grew up in a time where I was a kid during the 80s, and so this takes place in 1985, and so all the nostalgia about what was going on, the birth of music videos, the birth of the new romantic movement, like the new age, like The Cure and Duran Duran, and all this European music was really great.
What's up, Cameron?
What's up, Can Diggity? It's great to kind of watch the film and understand how they're like talking about it years later. And then it was really touching to me at the end, at the end of the movie, the director, Jim Conor, wrote at the end of the film when it ended for brothers everywhere. And you look at the connection between brothers, but sisters too, I think it goes for that too, like siblings.
Sisters too.
I think it's like that sibling thing. It's like with the older...
It's like older
sibling saying like,
I
I paved the way for you, and I went through all this, especially within broken families.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do agree with that, because I think there's sibling... There's relationships within, even sometimes unspoken agreements within siblings that they gotta go through stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, I've been lucky that my family stay together, but I can also see, especially within families that are deteriorating, all the siblings have is each other, and going through, it's like going through a war with each other.
Yeah.
And so the older brother, you kind of get to see he went through a lot of stuff, but try to inspire his little brother to do big things.
Yes.
And it was proud of him doing it.
It's so sweet. It's so true. Like, I thought he's not gonna show, like, after the hug, the brother gets in the boat and with his girlfriend and just tried to go to London, and he just hugged them and then he laughed. I was like, that's interesting, expressing their feelings. And later on, he turns and he look at the boat and he's like, whoa! And he screams and he's like, yes, do it. Oh, I feel released. Like, oh my God, that's the right feeling. You have to let it go. Like, I was holding something. It was like, it's different. Like, just like, give me something, or scream, or do something about it for that emotion. Give a response. And then surprisingly, the director's decision is so raw and so true, and he just hide his emotion the whole time, like being a big brother, and he is seeing his little brother laughed, and he's so excited. Yes, finally! Like that relief. It's so true. It's like, it's great. I mean, it is a very simple. Sometimes, like when I'm writing my script, like even though writing a short film or a script, like I overthinking, like, oh, should I add this? Should I add that? Should I add this be? Should it be this? We try to like polishing it. We try to make it like beautiful. We try to make it like feel cinematic. But actually, like when you look at films like that, I was like, should I take off that elements from my script? It's like, it's super simple. Can we just stay the simplest as possible? It is a very, like, what is your favorite scene?
Well, there's so many different things. I also want to say, it's like, one of my favorite scenes, but also the music. I mean, the music. This month we're doing like musical movies, not musicals, but like musical movies.
I did not. I mean, I thought they were gonna like start dancing, like singing, like musical. But it's the music elements in it. But I will say romance and a drama and majority of the film. But my favorite. Can I say my favorite scene?
Go ahead.
My favorite scene is like when he's after he told his girlfriends like, oh, this is my last time performing in the school, and then come to this stage, and then he's just performing on the stage. In his head, it's a different
music video in his
head, and
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future, like American.
Drive It Like You Stole It. The song Drive It Like You Stole It. I love that song. And he's just singing
it in his imaginary music video, like all the students comes, his parents is happy.
Well, it's like his dream, like how it would all happen.
How it happened.
The priest would be like doing somersaults.
Yeah, he's visualizing in his head, and then
his brother rises up and saves the day.
And
his parents are together.
That's his imagination. That's his hope. That's his
idealistic. It's an
idealistic dream. And then cut back to reality. It's like 4 people and then
and the song is beautiful. Drive It Like You Stole It. Like sometimes this time I got to watch the movie with Alice, and when she likes to watch a movie because English is her third language, sometimes she likes to do the subtitles and to watch the subtitles. And plus, these guys are speaking English, but they're speaking English with a very thick Irish Dublin
That's not
accent.
British accent. That's Irish accent.
Dubliner accent.
It's very interesting. Like, I mean, it's so many different accents in the world, but this one is like, it's kind of interesting how they express themselves. Like, y'all.
But also the song lyrics. Got to read all the song lyrics
and
throughout the film, and it was
so strong, right?
So amazing as it goes into the film. But then like so the songs are all the songs. I mean, I love all the songs. Drive It Like You Stole It. The Riddle of the Model. The Riddle of the Model is hilarious to me. And then.
The last end of the music.
But the thing is about it too, like as an artist, I'm saying if you're an artist out there and you're like kind of struggling to be an artist, like if you just watch this movie over and over again, it kind of shows you the blueprint of how to do it. Even to making like these silly music videos with a VCR camera, which we do. It's like kind of making YouTubes now. It's like they're horrible, but they're so good and they're so. And the brother's telling you, like, it doesn't matter. It's shit. Like, but like, guess it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. But you got it. It's all in your mind. You're making it real. Every time you make a piece of art, write another song, write another poem, shoot another video, you make it more real. You know, you make it more real to yourself, and you get better doing it. And you're watching. I'm watching the movie like, oh my god, I just remember me and my brothers being breakdancers, and no one telling us how to breakdance, and just us. Starting to go out,
so the choreography in the backyard.
Choreography in front of the mirror, and then next you know we got the costumes, and then we got our gear on, and then we're gonna go out and we're gonna go in front of an audience, and then we're gonna go bigger audience, then we're gonna go on the streets and battle other people, and then
that's how
we're gonna audition for other stuff, and then you're gonna it's just like I'm watching it going, oh my goodness, this is exactly how you do it.
Exactly. So like me growing up, like seeing like going to different weddings, like. And then like the wedding, like sometimes there's over 200 people. Sometimes it's small weddings, like just the family, friends. Like wedding invitations, like I want to dance, I want to perform, and no one told me to do it. And I'm just like, oh, when is the wedding? Oh, next Saturday. So I just have to like every night before I go to bed, I'm choreographing in my head, and bathroom, in the mirror, in front of a mirror. And then right before the wedding, like my cousin sometimes like, can I dance with you? I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Like this is how you do it. Like I'm just like helping her, like choreographing the dance, just performing in a wedding. And then later on, like just how you like interact with your audience, that true like raw emotion comes in, and it's like, oh, this is the dream. Like, I want to do it. I want to do it, like, for a lifetime. I want to just perform. I want to be a singer. I want to be dance. I want to be perform. I want to be actress. And then, like, the later on, going to, like, the China Got Talent and the big stage, I never train before I go to big stage. Never train professionally. And never everything starts...
She was she won one of the winners of China's Got Talent in China, like America Got Talent here, but when she was in China as a teenager, she performed on the show and she won the show. She went 19. Through like a year of your life. Yeah, it's like a reality show out there, so that's part of her history, and so I'm sure you kind of connected to that, just being a young artist fighting to be.
Yeah, and then like when you get into the big stage and you have no idea like how you're supposed to do it. But however, you have to go back to your core. Like, how did you start? Like, you started as like imperfectionist, but your passion, your motivation guides you through the right direction.
Yeah.
And what is your favorite scene?
No, I mean my favorite. There's so many parts in the movie. I love when he talks to the girl for the first time, and just in the moment, he's like, you want to be in my music video? He's like, who's producing it? That kid back there. I mean, I love when the guys put together their band and they get the name for the band and they just feel like we're Sing Street, and they walk out of it and like.
How about Rabbit?
As a band.
How about Rabbit?
I know. I had a band with my brothers, and when you do something good, you did have that when you walking down the street and you feeling like, yeah, we really know what we're doing now. Yeah. But I mean, I loved the music video in his head that was Back to the Future, and then I loved, of course, the whole performance that they did on the stage. I mean, I love all the songs. The songs are so good.
How about the Catholic school? How about the Catholic school?
I went to Catholic school. It wasn't that brutal, but I went to Catholic school, so... yeah, I mean, the priest was crazy.
What's up about that? Like dragging him and then just washing his makeup. Imagine shooting that scene in the set.
But there's metaphors in life. Like, as artists, you're trying to do all kinds of stuff, whether it be a break dancer or YouTuber or any. There's tons of people that are saying no. Like there's a thing of that the brother says to him, like to be rock and roll or to be whatever. An artist is like you risk being ridiculed. That's the risk. Like you're gonna be ridiculed by a lot of people. And
what does the ridicule mean?
Ridicule means like people are gonna call you a fool, or people are gonna try to stop you or hurt you, or try to watch. I mean, we go through all that. I mean, that's why I'm telling you, it's all in the movie. If you want to do it, like just watch the movie. And you'll see a blueprint. Do we have people, by the way, to come in and talk about?
We have one person.
Let's bring that person in. Then we'll bring other people in and talk
about it. Yes. Absolutely.
But thank you guys so much. 64IW. Thank you for coming and watching, hanging out with us. Rinkura J put 4882. What's up? Juwan Mascara, what's up? How you doing? I know she's in Dublin, so you're around that world. Nicole's in the house. Okay. The first person we're bringing out is Frank Gallagher. Right there.
There we go.
Let's see. Frank.
Hopefully the internet doesn't fail us.
I don't know where you are. Yo, Frank, what's going on? How are you doing?
What's up?
Hey again.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
You look like the.
You look like you're in the band of Sing Street right now.
Thanks for having me again.
How are you doing? Were you able to see the film? You want to talk about what you thought about the flick?
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull out my laptop because I did take some notes on it.
Wow,
let's
that's
talk about
nice.
it.
Let's
go. Can't wait to hear.
Can't wait to hear.
Yeah, I'm in the hallway right now because my family's in there, so. Yeah, but it's nice being here because I've been a fan of your work since childhood. So.
Oh, cool! Thank you so much.
He's
I appreciate
a great
it.
artist. Thank you for sharing that art. You did it for Prince Zuko. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, thank you for that. What was I gonna say? I think my favorite scene was when the main characters made the bully their friend.
What they do? What?
When they made the bully their friend, the main characters.
Oh yeah. That is a great scene. And Nicole was talking about that earlier. I think that's a really amazing piece. Why do you like that scene so much?
I don't know. It's just like it doesn't seem like something that would happen in real life, but it was nice.
Right. We talked about that
too. Yeah, we talked about it. Like why he come up to him, like why he invited him to come into his band, because he's a guy who's like very disrespected and bullying him. But I read a book. It's called Art of the War.
Right.
So keep your enemy closer. Keep your friends close, but keep your enemy closer.
Yeah.
So you have to like everyone is cheering for your become a team. Like so that's why like it's so funny like when they're performing on the stage and then one guy just get into the stage and try to like get crazy and that guy came and just grab him and throw him and you tell me like this is why
that's what you need them. But the other thing I think that's a great thing about it, even though it was a bully and it was an enemy, they even set the bully up like, you know, being abused by his father. Yeah. And you see the vulnerability of the bully, and in actuality they're all from the same place. They're all in the same school. Yeah. Like
same background.
We're Sing Street. Like you're at Sing Street too. Like he's kind of saying like that's part of being an artist and kind of you're doing it for a bigger cause. And you're like, these guys, I'm doing it for you. You too. Even the bully. Like you understand the music I'm writing because you're from the same place I'm from. You're with us. We need aspects of you. You need aspects of us. We need to have our back. You need to have our back because there's no use to have an enemy from where we're at. And it was kind of a beautiful thing. And when we go out through our careers and our lives, you kind of want to appeal to those people. It's like, of course, there's a lot of people against you, and there's a lot of people against you for not even the right reasons. And if you can kind of realize that you're actually, you know, we're actually on the same side, then then you can kind of, it'll be helpful for you. You know, shout out to all the Avatar fans. It's like Zuko. It's like bringing Zuko into the game. You know, that's kind of what happens.
Yeah, it's very deep. Who is your favorite character and favorite scene?
Oh God! I mean, of course I love. I love Cosmo, but I think as I grown up, I really love the brother. Like watching it this time, I really love the brother.
Yeah.
I really loved what he was giving Cosmo.
Yeah.
And then also being able to tell, you know, when he was explaining to his little brother, like, I did this for you. I used to be great. I used to be a jet engine, you know?
Yeah.
So I really loved the brother this time watching him.
I did love the brother in the business. from the beginning, because he's the one give him the helped him and then provided him like a good, like, you know, like you inspiration, like you give him a motivation and inspiration, like don't get bullied by those kids because they got bullied you because they have something hiding or they have something vulnerability. So he's the one motivating, he's the one like start the whole thing. And it's so funny, like and the day before, they were watching a music video all together on the couch during Grand, yeah. And he explains to his father, and then the younger brother listens, Cosmo listens, and next day he said exactly the same
but I
thing.
think that's what
to the
people
girl.
do. Yeah, but that's how.
So cute.
But I think that's how artists. That's how you learn stuff. You kind of, you don't have to you shouldn't regurgitate things that people teach you, but you get influence, and then you kind of agree with it, and you're like, that's interesting, and then you're able to pass on the information. As young artists, you need people that have more information than you to tell you what's, you know, like, check this out, watch this show, listen to this song, look at this piece of art.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's great. You know, without that, what are we doing? We can't grow.
Exactly.
What about you?
What about you?
Frank?
What is your favorite?
Besides
favorite scene? Oh yeah. I don't know about another favorite scene, but a sad scene was when Cosmo went to school on his first day and he said no black shoes or no shoes at all, and that just showed a lack of empathy, and that was pretty sad.
Yeah, I mean that's sadly how a lot of society is.
I mean, society, religion.
Religion.
It's just like white and black, and you just have to follow. You're either gonna be black, you're either gonna be white. Like there's no between empathy. There's no, like, it's so just. It's like there's like it's just a strict rules and doesn't have that humanity, doesn't have the moral reason. It's so brutal and it breaks your heart.
It does break your heart. That's part of the world, and that's part of what, you know, even you being an artist, Frank, is like overcoming all that is part of the path of what we do. So
you had this same experience when you go to Catholic school?
It wasn't that intense. No one beat us. I mean, we didn't get beat up.
You have to wear black shoes.
Yeah, no, we have to wear a uniform for sure.
Black shoes?
Not black shoes, but like a white
shirt. What if
shirt.
you can't afford a uniform?
I don't know. I was very young, but we had uniforms. So.
See.
But yeah,
my favorite character was Brendan, the older, wiser brother. He's basically the Uncle Iroh of the movie, I guess.
Yeah, definitely was the Uncle Iroh of the movie. I agree with you 110% about that, and I love. That's one of my favorite characters too.
It's like related to Avatar, like
yeah,
and his
yeah, totally. Now, what was your favorite song in the movie?
Drive It Like You Stole It, obviously.
Yes. That's his too.
Mine too. I think that's good. I love that. Up to. I was reading some of the Wikipedia notes. Adam Levine wrote some of the songs. One of the songs.
It was a little sad, showing his fantasy during that scene.
And then like coming back to stay in reality.
See reality. That's my favorite scene. That's my favorite scene.
I know. But you know what's great is as artists, and you know too, you have to have that fantasy. You have to fantasize big.
Yeah, you have to visualize. That's the meaning of your life. Like if you can't even visualizing, how you gonna reach that goal? If you can't even imagine, if you can't visualize and motivate yourself, like meditating, like you have to visualize what kind of world you want to live, what kind of like the life you want to have. It's just that.
And he didn't get the whole fantasy, but by the end, his concert was pretty good. His concert was pretty lit by the end.
Exactly, that's how he visualized it at the beginning.
Yeah, I was like so impressed.
But this movie's very realistic because the teenagers are like real teenagers and they're very awkward.
Yeah.
And what was I gonna say? Like, if this was another movie, like directed by someone else, it would be about like, oh, they want a band and they have to fight another band. But in this one, they rather just showed the happiness of just their childhood and the stuff they do.
Yeah.
It is simple reason.
I love that.
Like
happiness and the realness. All the characters look so real and like the ugliness of a family getting divorced.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even like if you watch, you know, Dublin and those areas, obviously are poor. They're all wearing like heavy sweaters because they can't afford heat, and so they're like in the house, like really bundled up,
scarves,
and you're just like, wow. And the other thing that's crazy is you don't think of Dublin or like white people around the world being in like very poverty situation. They're like, these guys are some broke ass. There's some broke ass. You know, you think of like other third world countries, like Asia, Africa, Latin American countries struggling ass people, and then you're like, these are people that are struggling, and not just the whole school, everyone's struggling, like they're all broke, like we're all broke. I'm like, oh my goodness, these guys are all broke in Dublin. It was just interesting to kind
this
of see
movie
that
with
too.
kids. Yeah.
What'd you say, Frank?
This is like a pretty heavy coming of age story. It's a really
Totally.
heavy coming of age story, like Avatar, except with a lot less drama.
With a lot less drama.
Like, I have a quick question. Like, what's up with the boat? Like, giant boat, like full of boats of Irish people going to London. It's so like background, like history background.
Yeah,
like,
I think
at
it really
that society,
happened during that time, the 80s.
During that
'Cause
time, 80s.
There were people broke and they were just leaving Dublin to go to London to try to get jobs, and that was like part of the story.
It's so like smart and clever way to show the time period at that time, what Dublin is facing to whatever. It's just like very society backgrounds like showing up, like so many Irish people going to London looking for jobs or whatever. It's so, I mean, basically the whole world is migrating,
Right.
like immigrating, like
Yeah.
from place to place, place to place. No one can say like I'm from this place.
She's saying that because she's an immigrant.
I'm
Yeah, my
proud.
parents are.
So what?
So.
Yeah, I know, my grandparents are too.
So what? I'm the
I
first
just say
immigrant.
I know, it's amazing. So Frank, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you watching the movie. I'm glad you liked the film.
All right, thank you for having me. Have a nice day.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, thank
That's
you, Frank.
so nice.
Frank's
He
very
kind of
cool.
looked like the guy.
He did
from
look
the
about
band.
ready to hear him start singing.
Yeah, I thought he's gonna start to sing. Like,
So,
if you watch the film,
if you watch the film and you want to talk about the film
about
with us, you have something cool to say about the film, or you talk about your favorite characters, favorite scenes, favorite song, then hashtag
sing.
Hashtag sing, S-I-N-G.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag sing. Hashtag sing. Let's jump in the conversation with us. Shout out to Denise420.
Denise, what's
Rachel
up?
DeRosie, what's poppin'? Paolo, honey, what's poppin'?
Paolo?
So if you watch, Paolo's the first one to hit us. Let's get it.
Okay, let's get the Paolo then.
Let's see if Paolo jumps in.
There we
Paolo,
go.
what's up, man? Good to talk again. How are you doing?
Good.
I'm glad you're able to watch
like
the
your
film
glasses.
this week.
To my girlfriends.
Hey, you just look good. Stealing your girlfriend's swag. That's cool.
So, I actually was just listening to like Sing Street with my girlfriend the other day.
Oh wow.
Seriously?
Oh man, I didn't know that she loved that movie, so I just played. I think I played Up, which is my favorite song on there.
Up is great. Okay.
Started singing along, and I was like, "Oh my god, you're my best friend." But yeah, it's I understand where you're coming from. You said something earlier about, if you're an artist, get, this movie. And I mean, honestly, I can totally relate. As a singer-songwriter, I really related to Story, because I only started doing music because a girl in class in 7th grade was like, "I like guys who can play guitar."
Really?
Yeah, and
Why is this so cute? Like guys falling in love with the girls and then just change the whole career. Like, let me be a
That's what we do.
singer.
That's what we do.
Oh, it explains a lot. So that's what you're after.
especially
Oh, you're cutting out.
You're cutting up. You're cutting up.
hello.
Yeah. Say again. Cut out. You cut. Go ahead.
I don't know what it is about Filipino boys, but if there's a girl that they like, they'll do anything to get them.
True.
And it's true. And I did that. And what I realized was I fell in love with the process of music making. And I did the girl, because now I still continue to do music, but I no longer dating that girl anymore. But it's really inspirational. I think my favorite is seeing them write and create a song.
Yeah.
I think that's such a, like, in many biopics, even like real biopics, they don't talk about the whole songwriting process, as it's like tough. It's literally super funny sometimes. And I like the progression of it. They start with the riddle of the model, which is like sort of copying new wave. You have to before you can create your own. So like from the riddle of the model to Drive It Like You Stole It, there's a dynamic shift in their style. of songwriting, because it's more like, this is how we want to write, and this is our heart and how our heart writes. And I think as we sort of see that, because when you start out, even in script writing, like Alice says, kind of imitate your favorite filmmakers and screenwriters,
Yeah.
and sort of you become sort of like amalgamation of all the artists that you admire, plus your own voice, and it becomes its own thing. And I think the movie like suddenly portrayed that really well.
It was great. I love that too. I love when he would knock on Eamon's door and be like, "You want to
What are
write
you doing?
Wanna
No,
write
what are you doing?
rabbit stuff?"
Rabbit stuff.
But it's like, "Want to write a song with me?" Like,
sure,
always.
come in. Yeah,
Sure.
always.
I mean, that's what you want in a collaborator. I've had friends that I wrote, brothers I wrote songs with. That's how we. And you're right. It just there was like subtle things like that's how you write. Like, what does that mean? What does that lyric mean? Well, let's try with this chord. But this rhythm sounds good. It was like very like. That's how we write. It's so cool.
What's that mean? Like, why do you want to say that? What is the? She doesn't have.
It's like I don't get it. It's like I don't get it either. Really, but sounds cool.
Yeah.
And go for it.
Oh, okay. I think it's really ridiculous sometimes when you're songwriting the lyric, like, that doesn't sound like English, man. Like, I don't like the way this sounds. And I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool the way. I know someone mentioned that that the director regretted the end. What's up, Sean? My friend Sean's in the chat. What's up?
Oh, what's up?
What's up, Sean?
But yeah.
I heard about that too. I mean, it's kind of, I read something about the end. Well, finish your thought, then we can talk about the ending.
Okay, well, I thought the ending, for me when I was younger, because I saw it when I was a teenager, I thought the ending was like, oh, come on, he's not gonna make it. I want to see him, like, actually, I've been with this guy for 2 hours. I want to see him. But I think it's weird because it's a musical, it's a show about music, but it's really a page story first, as Frank had said before. So I think it's more about the confidence to do it rather than actually doing it. So I understand now like that, so I'm not disappointed every time I rewatch it, like, I should be famous. But if you see it from the lens of he has the confidence to do this when in the beginning he didn't, that's his arc. His arc isn't to become a famous musician. His arc is to become more confident because of his music rather than,
So true, so true. He has like, do you remember one day his friend and then Cosmo, they're standing in the first day of the school, they're standing in front of the gate, and then they look at, who's that girl? And he said, she's a cool chick, she doesn't talk to nobody. And then he has that confidence, like, all right, let me talk to him. But he has a bruise on his face, he doesn't care, and then it's like, I have the confidence to talk to him. And he has that courage, to go and then cross the street and talk to this girl and just got the number. He was so confident, and was like, I got it.
Also,
we gotta make a band now.
I also read it like that end of the movie is kind of like an ode to like 80s music videos too, where it just kind of ends like that, like open-ended, like they're gonna go into the sunset. Like that was kind of an ode to that moment. But I think I don't think the goal is to be like some rock star. The goal is to kind of just go pursue your dreams. If that's what you wanted, if you have the courage to pursue your dreams, create a world where you can go pursue your dreams.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I totally understand the feeling, because I feel like if my goal as a musician is to become like a famous musician, then I'm not gonna love what I do, because I'm gonna love what it gives me. But as a musician, I think I want to think about it like, I want to do music because I love to express myself, and my goal super rich or famous, but just to be able to live my life knowing that I get to call myself a musician and it's not a job. And I think it's inspiring. Did you know that it's a Broadway musical? There's a Broadway based on
I heard there is. I haven't seen it. I would love to see the Broadway musical.
Are they gonna do the Broadway?
Yeah, they did a Broadway musical once, another film that Jim Carney directed, and this one too.
They do. They should.
So I'd love to see that for sure. If it comes to LA, if we go to New York and it's playing,
I would love to see. I would love to. That's true. Like, I think it's all the artists, like, especially like, even though me, like, sometimes I'm just being like so hang up on that perfectionism. Like, I want to be perfect. I want to be big movie. I want to be the best actress I can. I want to be the best of this. Like, sometimes you give yourself so much pressure and you can't even do the basic stuff.
Yeah, but look, you got on a plane. You pursued your dreams. You left China to pursue your dreams, which is amazing. You learned the lesson.
That's
amazing.
So that's why I feel so emotional when they get into the boat and let's go. Do you know anyone in London? They said no.
Did you know in America?
I have nobody in America. Like, I never been to America, and I have no one. Nobody. I'm seriously telling, like, a lot of people say I don't know nobody, and then when they looking at their open their Instagram, there's 1,000 people, like friends, like they hang out. But seriously, when I came to this country, I have nobody. Like, seriously, nobody. And I was like, I'm gonna go. And I came over with my 2 luggages and no English whatsoever. And I was like, I'm gonna pursue my dream. I'm gonna be a Hollywood star. I'm gonna be actress. And I get into the plane on April Fools in 2013, and people was just like, "Are you giving a joke because today's April 1st?" I was like, "No, this is not a joke. It's serious. I'm in the plane right now." And then 16 hours later, bam! I'm in San Francisco airport. I don't know where I am at. I can't speak the language, and then that's what I did. Like this, that, this.
And that's the Monday Cinema Club.
And now I'm the Monday Cinema Club.
Hey, it was definitely a success. I'm really proud of you. I mean, I didn't know your story, so I'm very happy for you because I think your story, and in turn, you know, Cosmo's story, is very inspirational because you should have.
It is. That's like, I get like so emotional.
Much because as any artist who wants to follow their dreams, sometimes you just got to do it because you don't know who in your life's going to support it. But the most important person to support your dreams is you. And I think this musical really like talked to me about that. And total weird side note, but very there is a girl on TikTok who's doing an Avatar musical following her dreams. I don't know if you heard about that, Dante.
I gotta check it out.
I need to have a TikTok account now. I don't have a TikTok.
Rose, and she already has a couple of songs out. She has a song called "In the Clouds." I can try to link it to you. I don't know if
send me a link and I'll check it out.
Yeah, I don't know if it shows up.
Denise said Alice is my favorite Uyghur.
But yeah, it's really cool. I love Papa here. You know, I've been a OG forever. But
I want to check it out. That sounds like an amazing project. I'd love to check it out and see
great.
where they're at with it.
Yes, so great.
I mean, that goes in turn with Sing Street. Like, there's something that you love to do, and it manifests itself into your creation. I recently did a song that I remember I hadn't done a song in so long, and I wanted to do this song that sounded a lot like the 80s, like a lot of synth pop. Because, you know, I still have that bit of Sing Street that I love of that movie in me. And I think like, the creation of making that song, the one thing as an artist that you don't really realize is that reaction time when you show somebody what you love and you're like, is it going to be famous? Is it going to blow up? And I think if you focus too much on whether or not this song is going to be liked by other people, you're going to forget that you love that song.
Exactly. Right. You just only focus on it and put all your energy. Am I going to make it? The conclusion of the stuff. You forget about the process, the enjoying the process, like being in that doing, like making music, making things up, like writing this beautiful story, like acting, the process. You're going to forget about that. And so that's why you just only focus on the result. What about the whole process? You can't focus on those.
So, yeah, and I got to give a quick shout out because it just reminded me because you're a Filipino singer-songwriter. And it reminded me of my little brother, AJ Raphael. And today is the 10th anniversary of Red Roses.
Wow.
Today. I believe, today.
Shout out to AJ.
So shout out to AJ. I only know that because I did a video for him. And today's the 10th anniversary. And I was there for when he was writing some of those songs. And to see him come out and to see how it impacted the whole community and how
he got his guitar.
You know, let's see. Let's do it.
I hop on the train 3 in the afternoon, dude.
That's my favorite song on the album. You were mine.
AJ Raphael has become this sort of legend, like OPM singer in the Filipino community for people my age, because his songs are so iconic, and I love him. You know, he's so great. And honestly, like, I didn't know that Filipinos, like Filipino Americans, could do that, because my whole life I was like, you're going to do this and you're going to go be successful as a nurse. And then I see all these people like you and AJ, Eva Noblezada, Lea Salonga. Filipinos are artists, and they're not just Filipino artists, they're around the world wonderful artists. So like seeing them and you, and like it reminds me, like when I see this movie, I think about representation. I think about how a little kid can see himself in that in in that TV and be like, I could do that. And I think um, seeing people like you, seeing people like AJ, like that story, that very white people story, can also be my story as well.
Of
You know,
course. Of
Universal
course,
stories. That's what's making
because
great
we're
stories.
human
We see
story.
each other.
It's a human story.
And the reality is, what's crazy is like even the more detailed you get with your story, this is not just a white person. This is a Dublin story about Dublin kids in 1985, but it's so detailed about how the characters were, who the people were, who their family is. But the more detailed you get, the more universal it gets, because the more you can see yourself in that particular story.
Exactly.
People tend to think that the more specific, less sense to other people, but I found like reading and watching the movie, I was like, oh, that makes sense. I think you find things in common if you go more specific with it.
Of course.
I remember when the girl, I think during Up, she's like, oh, boy from the band. And I remember like how excited he felt. Like that's how I would feel if a girl was like, hey, you're that guy in the band. I'm like, yeah, I am. You know?
Yeah. I think sometimes when you're creating art and you're out there, people are scared to really reveal themselves and really connect. But that's like the irony of it all. If you can really go specific, and that's the key to unlocking the rest of the world. You know, so it's like that's the irony. It's like I don't want to really go because I don't think people are gonna get me. I'm scared to like really kind of show who I actually am. And they're like, no, actually show who you actually are. No, all of us. I mean, all of us as artists. Like the key is to really have the courage to like unlock the details of yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how other people are gonna really relate to what you're doing.
Yeah, and I think that this movie like really makes you feel like if you're an artist and you're feeling like down on your luck, like, oh, why do I even do this? Like no one's even listening. You watch this movie and you're like, I'm doing this myself, you know? Like I wanted to learn English. I didn't know a lick of English when I came to America. And singing actually helped me learn, and like reading karaoke subtitles is how I learned how to read.
Me too.
Wow. See, you didn't know English either.
Oh my god. What was it?
I'm a specific part of Zamboanga in the Philippines, in Mindanao, Zamboanga. I spoke Chabacano, and I didn't know any English. When I came when I was 4, and I got bullied a lot because I didn't know that well. So like I studied English to the point where, you know, I started doing poetry because I wanted to be good at it because I didn't want to make fun of it. But music was the thing that helped me the most. I think we forget as artists that music is something we love when we're trying to please others. And I think this can remind you that it reminds you of the artist's soul. Like the brother, I didn't even get to touch on him, but he's my favorite character because he starts off, you watch the movie and you're like, oh, he's gonna be one of those guys, you know, he's gonna be the older brother that bullies him, but he develops so beautiful, like this guy who also had sort of these aspirational dreams, and instead of being like, you know, like a gatekeeping these songs from him, he's like, here, let me show you, let me guide. And as an older brother, and also like seeing as it like, you know, I see that I want to do that to my brother, and my father does that to me. You know, he doesn't think that I'm like an artist. He doesn't look at me and go like, oh, you know, I don't know anything about that. He's like, let me show you what I know. This is the music that I listen to. And, you know, I think that's really important because as artists, I don't know if it's just musicians. I think it's everybody. You have to know the history of your art and craft.
Your roots.
Yeah.
I agree. 100%.
Yeah.
Dude.
I got YouTube vibes from Sing Street, not just the
When was it? How many years ago? Like you couldn't speak English. When was it when you were young?
I was 4, and it took about a couple of years to finally learn it. And I still have an accent, you know, I can't lie, you know.
No, you sound great. Don't worry, you're good.
Come on.
Don't
hurt yourself.
Dude, thank you so much for coming in. We're trying to get one more person in because the hour's almost up.
Okay.
Paulo, it's such a pleasure. I love the conversation. I love your insight on it. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great week.
Have a great week.
All right, Dante.
Bye. Thank you for stopping by.
Also, just let you know, next week, I want to tell you, and everyone watching, next week, we're going to do a first new movie because we're doing musical films, but we're going to do In the Heights. So let's watch. Let's all watch In the Heights this week. I'm going to try to watch it. We're going to try to watch it in theater, but you can also watch it on HBO Max and whatnot.
Max, you can watch it.
So let's talk about that on Monday.
In the Heights as an college. I did In the Heights the musical. I love it.
Okay, so we can't wait to talk about In the Heights next week to continue a musical month. that we're doing here in June. So have a good week.
Have a good week, Paolo.
All right. Damn, great conversation
I
with
know,
Paolo.
non-stop.
So we have a little more time. We got one more person to bring in. If you hashtag sing, we'll bring you in.
And then we can talk about it.
So, let's see. Here we go. Let's bring someone up. Just the first person I saw with a hashtag sing. And I know we only have an hour, so we have a few more minutes to try to get more. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Eylül. I'm from Turkey.
You're
from Turkey. Can you hear me?
Merhaba.
Yeah. That was actually my comment that you read. And like, say hi from Turkey.
Oh, wow. Well, hello to Turkey. How's it going?
Hi.
Merhaba, Turkey.
It's
Are you in
going great.
Istanbul?
No, I'm in Ankara. I'm in the capital city.
Ankara.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I've been there. It's a beautiful city. I stay in with my family.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
It's beautiful.
And
Yeah.
now, have you watched this film Sing Street? Are you an artist?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it actually last year, like in the beginning of COVID quarantine. And
what'd you
yeah,
think?
I'm an artist. I actually loved it. It's my favorite movie. I don't actually watch movies very much. I'm like a series show person, but I fell in love with it immediately. And it was actually a bit melancholic for me because I'm an artist and I just play in school like a lot. And because of the quarantine, my whole school music career ended, and I was just like, wow, it's so inspirational, but I can't do anything like that because my career ended for now. So yeah.
It's not ended. It's just things are on pause, and I don't. What kind
I
of
know.
art do you do? What do you do?
I sing and I play the flute.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
I mean, you can sing anywhere. You can play the flute anywhere. Just keep doing your thing, and the world's gonna come back for you to kind of continue your world.
I was actually in conservatory for 8 years, so I'm a bit professional from now on, but it's not ended, I know, but I'm just not going for full music. I'm like separating from music from now on.
Okay.
But it's all my life. Yeah.
So
I love
what do
the
you remember
movie.
about Sing Street? Do you remember like your favorite characters or favorite scenes or songs?
My favorite scene is definitely the last scene where they try to go to London in the boat. It definitely represents a struggle from in the whole movie. They're like, they're always struggling to get better, do better music, to be better in everything. And that last scene just represents and concludes the whole movie.
That's true. That's true. Even though they went on their journey to London, and even though they're already there, and then during that boat on the sea, like it's a deep dark sea, and there's a storm, there's a rain, all the stuff represents your life. Like you're gonna face to bigger storm in your life. Are you ready? They both said, "Are you okay?" "I'm okay." "Are you good?"
Oh, yeah.
That's the representation. That's the like kind of like director shows. They could be just cut it like when they left it in the left it on get into the boat and then just leave. Could be just a beautiful sunset. Could be just like a beautiful weather or beautiful ocean. But the director choose to just shoot that last scene, show them on the boat, and there's a storm, there's a rain, there's a like huge boat blocking them. That's the life. That's you're gonna go through a lot.
It's a good life, but it's a hard life. You've been in the industry how long?
I've been in the industry over, I will say, since 2018.
So that's a long time. And I've been in the industry over 35 years. So guess what? There's
over 15 years.
So there's storms. There's storms on the horizon. There's all kinds of stuff. But there's
rain.
also sunny days and there's beautiful days and
You will
tropical islands and all kinds of amazing things that happen.
There's always sunshine after the storm.
So you're just in a pause. You're just in a pause state right now.
Everyone is. You're not only one.
Keep
Everyone.
working. We're all waiting for the world over.
Yes.
That's amazing. I love that you're watching from Turkey. I'm always so just I don't know, the social media, like I don't know, we just kind of do this thing. We watch movies and talk to people, and then you realize there's people all around the world. Turkey's in the house. I know Joanne's in Dublin right
Yeah,
now,
I don't
Ireland.
actually know. I don't know how much you know, but most of the Avatar database is actually located in Turkey. There are like
Really?
millions of Avatar fans. Yeah, yeah.
I did not know that. That's amazing. So, what would you
Wow.
think Turkey is like? What nation do you? What element do you think
Huh.
Turkey would fall in? Which place?
It's a great question, actually. I think maybe the element of fire, but the nation is like maybe the water tribe, but the element is definitely fire.
Yeah, I can
It's
say
I was
like a
that.
about to say
combination of
that too.
two.
A fire nation, Turkey.
I was about to say
Yeah.
that. I mean, I feel like I'm from China, but I'm Uyghur, from Xinjiang. So like Uyghurs, we are like, I see myself a fire. Like I have that elements of myself, but sometimes I'm water too. Sometimes I'm air.
She
Depends.
thinks she's the Avatar. Well,
I
thank you
could
so much for
be.
calling from Turkey. Good luck on your artistic journey.
Thank
Thanks for
you
joining
for
us. We
having
appreciate it.
me.
Çok teşekkür.
Thank
Teşekkür.
you. Bir şey değil. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
That's so great from
That's
Turkey.
so beautiful.
You guys, no, Alice did not ever finish the series yet, but she's
Oh my
continuing.
God, Denise, why are you all capital?
Yeah,
Alice,
she
did
did.
you ever finish
You
it?
gotta make some
Denise,
time
no,
with Denise and watch the series with Denise. She'll tell you what's up. 'Cause she ain't watching it with me.
You know what? Even though I didn't watch it, I think I'm Avatar.
No, you're gonna do some studying before you make some big statements like
I hate
that.
myself.
So listen, thank you guys so much for watching. Sing
Thank you
Street
for
is such
watching.
amazing. We're gonna do musical movies this month, and so next week we are going to do In the Heights. Hopefully, you guys can watch it. In the Heights.
I mean, what about
Comes out June 11th, so it's
June
this
11th?
week. And I'm excited to see it. I want to check it out. Hopefully you guys can check it out. I'm gonna watch it in the movie theater for sure. And then if you guys can't get to a theater, hopefully you guys can watch it on HBO Max.
HBO Max or theater. I mean, it's.
And then let's talk about this movie.
This is the first time we're doing
a new movie. I'm excited to see it, so I feel like let's watch it.
Why do you pick that?
I don't know. I mean, I want to shout out my boy John M. Chu.
And he never told me he's gonna do this movie.
I just decided, let's do it.
Decided by yourself.
Guess what? It's our TV show. We can do anything we want on this Instagram TV show.
I know it's Instagram TV show. Well, why don't you just ask your co-star or Alice?
Alice, which one you guys want to watch? Then we might take the lead later on in the month because we're doing musical movies.
I don't want to do that lead.
You already seen it.
I already seen this.
We can talk about it. You must smack. All right, say goodbye, Alice.
Thank you guys for watching our Monday Cinema Club. Today we did it a little early. However, it's so many great conversations nonstop. I'm so happy we can talk about movies. We can talk about our passion. We can talk about anything artistic, anything like the stuff we want to achieve in our life. It's just like a very friendly like book club. It's like a movie club.
It is.
And then what I want to say,
just say, I want to say follow your dreams. I love you guys watch Sing Street. I love watching this movie this week.
Follow your dreams. Follow.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be rocky.
A lot of people said, "What should we do? I love to doing this. I love to doing that. What should I do? Just do it."
And people that have not watched the movie,
Just
watch
do it.
this movie.
Just
if you're an artist,
do
this
it.
is the blueprint. Just watch the film over and over
Exactly.
again. You'll figure out how to get it done.
Exactly. I can't wait to see you guys next Monday, and we can talk about.
Shout out to Brett Claywell, my boy Brett Claywell. Shout out to Brett Claywell. We'll see you guys next week. We're watching In the Heights. Watch In the Heights, and let's talk about it next week. It's gonna be a great conversation. I'm so excited to see this film.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
Denise said Alice started a band with me.
Denise, stop.
All right, you guys have a good
I'll
week.
do it. If you play guitar, I'll do it. I'll sing.
See you guys later on.
See you guys later. Bye, Nicole.
Bye.